until women are what they ought to be. Women can never be what they ought to be until every man is what he ought to be. We march because this is the decisive test for America and for the future of mankind. We must choose to be just to every man and woman because justice is indivisible. And America cannot continue to boast of being a first-class nation while it continues to treat its women like second-class citizens. We are not here just to vent our frustration, present our grievances to the government. We are here because we're on the right side of history. And we've gathered in this place today to bend that history in the right direction for this nation and for the world. That is why we're here today. Woo! So we say to the nation and to the world, the rallies and marches will continue, and the demonstrations will not cease. Where there is no justice, there will be no peace. Woo! Those institutions that refuse to admit that the ground has shifted. Time magazine tells us that 7% of those playing high school sports 40 years ago were women. Now 42% of those who play are women. And when you look at what happened at the Olympics, women are on the move. Female dropout rate is dropped in half. Today, close to half of law and all the medical degrees go to women. Half the Ivy League presidents are women. 3 of the 4 most recent secretaries of state are women. There are more than 145 foundations in the world designed to empower women. For the first time, 5 women have won Nobel Prizes in the same year. The President of the United States was raised by a single mother. And he is married to a lawyer who outranked him and out-earned him in her career. So that is why we're here today. To say that the old institutionalized systems of race, gender, and class discrimination must go. That is why we've gathered here today. We're here to say that it is women who must lead the nation in a new direction, away from war and into international cooperation. We gathered here today because there is a map of shame. It says right-wing legislatures across the country have contrived to take the precious right to vote from citizens of this country. And the women and the men and all of us have gathered here today to say it will not happen, it will not happen, it will not happen. We gather against the prison industrial complex, where human life is trampled at will, brutalized at whim, to provide free labor and ever-increasing profits for the new Jim Crow. We want education over incarceration. We want people to be treated with dignity and decency. So we gathered as I'm closing to stand against the misguided, the ill-informed, the mean-spirited right-wing assault on women, to demand public policies that embrace women, support women, and respect their dignity and worth as human beings and members of society. Woo! We are gathered here today because the banks got bailed out and we got sold out. That is why we're gathered here today. We are gathered here today because we're the 99%. And we are saying to the 1%, there must be a massive redistribution of wealth all over this nation and all over this world. We are gathered here today because we still believe that in spite of the recalcitrant forces of retrogression, because we still believe that however dark the hour, however difficult the moment, however great the challenge for women to get equal rights and equal pay and equal treatment, the power of the people is still greater than the people in power. That is why we're gathered here today. So I close. Our nation has a date with destiny. America must come to reckon with itself. And we've not gathered in this park today just to cool off, just to vent our frustration, just to give a few speeches and sing a few songs and go back home. We've gathered here today to become energized, to become focused, to become empowered. And when you leave this place today, go back into your communities and organize, organize, organize.
Woo!
Thank you, Reverend.